Fussfuss here with a Gooey mass locations video. I start off in Great Island and head out to the north straight into the Hive. And I'm going to be playing this video at 2x speed because it got a little long and trying to make things digestible. But first one is northeast, down here, green wall. Pop through there as long as you've turned in 50 tasks and gotten your reward from Orockle. And up on up to the right. If you're lost on what that means, you can check out the earlier Hive stage videos, and I explain it there. But running up through the tower, hop through the secondary wall, just control click or use it. And got 2 Gooeys already. Each one of those Hive insectoid cells has a Gooey in it that you can collect once a week, as long as it's in stage 3. Oh, I don't know what I was doing here, but I run off, hop through the wall, grab that one, click that little Hive cell, hop on through. There will be one more video coming after this, and that details the boss locations in the deepest part of the Hive. But for now, we have 13 more Gooeys to collect. Once we get all 13 collected from the 2 towers, then we will hop down, get the bottom 3 from close to the entrance to the boss locations. But the eastern tower is super easy to collect from. Can run the entire thing without stopping. Excuse me. But be sure to have some extra capacity, or do this in 2 trips, because each Gooey weighs 55 ounces and there are 16 of them, so that alone is just under 1k ounces that you'll have to carry. If you use enough supplies, you should burn through enough potions to give you capacity, but lower levels could have a problem. For those curious on about what level it takes to clear the towers, I started being able to do this safely around level 170. 95% of it you can do from like level 120 on, but the last room where you get the last Gooey, it's pretty hairy. You have to block like 6 with the summons, 1 Hive Overseer and 6 Spiderous Elites. I think there are 3 or 4 Elites and 1 Overseer. But yeah, if the sorcerer here didn't get caught, could have just run up, but at no point was he in any danger. Oh, we got a Hive Scythe out of it, so nothing to complain about there. Let's see, we have a fair number of Gooeys collected already. I think we're about to grab the 7th and last one of this tower on the top floor. Yeah, I highly recommend, while you're doing this part, the Gooey collection, to also pick up the Koyos killing task. You just have to kill 8, and then you get 2 task points, and that's 1/25 of your way to having the access to the next Hive opening. It doesn't seem like much, but when you have to do when you have to get 50 points and the Hive unexpectedly opens, it's a pain in the rear end. But gonna AoE these down. If we didn't want to kill the Hive Overseer, then we could have just run through. But every 1 in 8 Hive Overseers drops a Gooey mass, and it can drop 1 to 2. So pretty much every Hive Overseer, let's see, that means 1 in 8 is 1.5. So pretty much every 5 1/3 Hive Overseers is equal to a Gooey, and every Gooey 1 in 200, 1 in 220 gets you a 3-leaf clover. I think it might be a little less than that. I think it might be more like 1 in 250 to 300, because it took me about 250. It took my brother, and this is not a large sample size. A member in our guild has opened 9 3-leaf clovers before, and he thinks it's around 220, and he has a much wider sample size. My brother got pretty unlucky. It took him about 450 Gooeys to get his 3-leaf clover. Took me about 250, but I've heard of people getting it in their first 16 Gooeys they opened. For those of you who don't know the Gooey masses that we're collecting here, you get 16 from these insectoid cells. Each one of them gives you a chance at opening a 4-leaf clover, which is the only way you can mount a ladybug. Can't use a music box, can't use any other item but a 4-leaf clover. And this item ranges from 5 to 10 KK, depending on what world you're on. So it's very, very expensive for good reason. It's very hard to get. Like, it takes a long time. I think it took my brother and I each, like, together, working together, splitting Gooeys, like 6 or 7 hive openings, maybe more, to get ours. And I was somewhere around the average, like I said, around 250. But a lot of people are a lot less lucky, and so if you definitely just want to slowly work toward getting one, and if there's enough demand for it, I would highly recommend selling Gooeys if they cost 50K or more on your server. Then I would definitely sell them. Definitely sell them. Just save up, get yourself and buy a 4-leaf clover. I personally like opening the clovers, and have always felt a little lucky, so I prefer opening them. But I've sold a few to make some money. Early on, I sold a lot because money meant a lot more back then. But just opening 4-leaf clovers is so fucking fun. It's just like nothing. Holy cow! I just opened a 8KK item. So I'm just going up here to kill the Koyos because guess the task point completed. But already we're making our way through the western tower pretty easy. Again, I wouldn't really feel comfortable running it this quickly, less than level like 220-ish, but like he traps himself there, he's gonna UE and just murder everything. Oh, might be on cooldown or something, but it's super easy for us to work through. But we have been doing this since around level 150 is when we first did our Hive and Gooey collection. He's a sorcerer, I'm an EK. We're both level 394 or 395 in this video. This is the penultimate Gooey in the western tower, I believe. So there's one more after this, and the next floor, the staircase can get a little hairy. I usually use a tactic where I go up, lure to the south side of the stairs, you'll see in a moment, and throw an energy bomb on the north side where he hops up, and 90% of monsters stay off him. I collect almost everything, and the energy bomb and being away from him keeps stuff up. Oh, one more floor to go. If I remember correctly, this floor, this one's where the Gooey is right next to the staircase, so it takes like no time at all. Hop there, grab this Gooey, and that staircase there that you can see on screen now is the one I'm referring to. If you're a lower level than 200, it is very hard to clear that staircase without the mage using an energy ring. And but if you use the method that I'm about to show using the energy bomb, you should be able to do it pretty steadily. You'll see me looking for the energy bomb right now, telling him to wait 2 seconds. I lure there, and just like that, everything is off of him. Not bad at all, but at a lower level it can be difficult. You might have noticed I also energy walled off the monsters to the north. There are probably about 5 or 6 right up here. But this is the room I was talking about. With the summons, there are, I believe, 2 spiders elites, 1 spiders, and 2 summons there. So 4 spiders elites, 1 spiders, and a Hive overseer. And in case you're curious, that pile right there, right by the Hive overseer, where it was killed, is where you get your outfit if you've completed enough tasks. I believe the benchmarks are something like 300, 500, 1K. It might be 250, 500, 1K task points. Gets you first your outfit, then your first add-on, and then your 1,000 points gets you the completed outfit that Rabbit Hedgehog is using in this video. But I'm in this video I'm only at about 780 tasks complete, or task points earned, so I have about 220 left. It takes a long time, like a really long time to get the outfit complete. But if you're a mage, getting into like a high enough level, somewhere around like 250 is probably safe. Maybe more like 300 when you can hunt the deepest part of the cave that is featured. The boss area can be super profitable for mages. It's only open 5 days at a time, but once you're able to kill Hive Overseers safely and hunt that area safely to farm Gooey Masses, Carapace Shields, Caloptrix Capes, and Dung Balls that are dropped by the bosses, which I explained better in the other video. Up, back on ground floor, grab that Gooey right there. Gonna run over southeast here to, if you look down, I'll get back to my thought, but if you look down to the east here, there's a cool bug, a giant bug a floor down. You can't get there. See it? Pretty cool. I really like that artwork. But that's Gooey number 15. But before this video ends, I was just saying, once you can get like safe enough to hunt Hive Overseers, the boss area of the Hive is super profitable for mages. Hive Overseers are super resistant to physical, so paladins can kill them. Knights really can't. No matter what level you are, knights, it's just nowhere near profitable to solo. But here's number 16 of the Gooey Masses. If you are interested at all in the Hive bosses, check out my other videos. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and have a good day.